door, Mama said, finally, got here.
Well, Ted said he told those guys, he said, I'm not going to bother with you next time. He said, I'll handle it all myself. I said, you're too slow.
Well, they sent a patrol car out that afternoon, and they took fingerprints and smeared everything up with black powder. But they took their report back with it, and it took 5 days for the fellows in the office to hand this case to one of the detectives, and Darrell Hobbs happened to get the case. So he came as soon as he got the case. So he was kind of mixed when, he let him think we thought 5 days was kind of a long time for them to get around and start work on it. However.
Hey, are you going to read the
Did they know who the fingerprint belongs to?
No, he never thought about anything. After 5 days, who could possibly?
Like I was saying, Janet, are you going to read Sharon's horoscope?
Oh,
Yeah, Sharon's horoscope.
Yeah, start reading with all trouble.
Is it for today or is it for the year or
It's
month?
just
It's our love horoscope for the month of January.
Oh, and by the way, we had a big Budapest dinner Monday night. Connie and Harold were here. Gladys Mervyn Anderson, Grandma, Gladys Mervyn Stevens, Kate and Jean, Janet Nerd, Ray and Susie,
And Mom and Dad.
and I guess that's the roll call. Anyway, there were 15 of us, everybody chomping venison meatloaf and Budapest and Letzna and pie and ice cream and stuff.
And lots of coffee.
And talk.
The women in one room and the men in the other.
Yeah, we set up a table in the den and the one in the living room.
And
We
the
had a
men
round
just
table
kind of
discussion.
strange to hear what we women were saying about them.
You didn't trust it?
We had a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Did you ever hear Connie talk about stock car races down in Florida?
Yeah.
For one thing. She's quite interesting. The stock market.
And Gene kept running up to race his cars in the garage.
Yeah, I got my road race set all set up.
Yeah, I gave Gene an HO scale road racing set for Christmas.
Yeah.
Plus a suit and a bunch of other neat little things.
Yeah, me and Ray had worked on that road race set. But standing out there in the garage with no wraps on and no heater and
My fault the heat wouldn't work. The road race set shorted it out.
Okay, here is Sharon's horoscope for January from Cosmopolitan magazine, which is the ladies' Playboy.
yeah.
Okay, Sharon is a Leo like I am. You Leos are the groovers. You think life should be fun, and how right you are. A new love interest could start the year perfectly. Better watch out, Jack. You'll have a chance to be especially helpful to an older person who's been your friend. Look for the opportunity on the 7th, and for the return of your favor, yes, will be repaid on the full moon of the 22nd. Just because Leo, the sign, not you in particular, is partly responsible for inflation, you are likely to try to be more niggardly, in fact, stingy, right now. Something sparks in your career after the 20th. That's about when I'm going to start my new job. Use the confident feelings of the 2nd, 12th, and in particular the 16th and 28th to ask for a raise. All Leos tend to be a little bit lazy and put themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, you know about that, don't you, Sharon?
Right.
You may find yourself rushed to pieces. Try not to fly apart. You'll find new energy after the 25th when Mars inspires you and your love life picks up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end.
Sounds like a busy month ahead. Well, you and Janet.
Boy, Mama Susan really had a dilly of horoscope.
Well, I don't accept any responsibility.
What was it? Tell me.
Oh, it's all about new love life and letting the old ones off the hook gently. I don't know.
Wow.
Ooh, boy.
Remember,
Yeah,
this
how
is
many you
Janet's,
have?
remember this is Janet's Playgirl magazine.
Yeah.
Girl Playboy.
It's cosmopolitan. I'm a cosmo girl.
Oh dear.
Oh, boy.
When you're
That's the first time I've ever heard her really make out an out demonstration. But it's a good, healthy attitude. Hey, sitting here going to sleep, and I didn't know.
She's all dressed up in her silver dress and her rhinestone earrings and her silver. Well, she's got her silver shoes off.
Well, we're sitting here, kind of quiet and everything, and I've been working all day. And it's just kind of hitting me all at once to kiss.
I've been tired for the past 2 hours. I'm ready to go to bed anytime.
Feel better like home.
On New Year's Eve, it's only, what time is it? 5 to 11. 5 to what?
5 minutes to 11.
Oh, we got a whole hour.
Yeah, it'll last that long.
From next year.
I won't last that long, why should I play it?
We couldn't have a big dance tonight.
Come on, snack
because, like Dorcas said, she and Art were over at Rusty Mary's last night too, at the same time we were. And like Dorcas put it, she says, Art just went and ruined the room. You know, that
On
nice big room
purpose.
where we had, where they always had New Year's Eve parties.
Yeah, he wants to save up his energy to go hunting in Arizona.
I don't know what he's saving it for, but he's saving it.
Which is, well, that's what he was doing today.
room?
He was hunting in
Oh,
Arizona
yeah.
today.
We went
Dorcas
to
was
Arizona.
paying for $60 worth of gas
Yeah.
and so on. She got 2 quail and licenses.
$60 in licenses, 20 apiece for 3 licenses.
That's almost as good as hers. So she kissed him.
Still be off there first.
Why, you love it. I can just give her tell your dad there, that'll make it all well, honey.
Well, I'll tell you, gosh darn, those Arizona non-resident licenses aren't much more expensive than New Mexico resident license. Get $12
So is Art making an apartment out of that?
I don't know.
Rubber
She didn't
room
say,
or
well, I
what?
said I was supposed to be making some money out of it anyways, the rental one too. Oh, I don't think. She probably hasn't,
Probably hasn't finished it.
no, she didn't think it would ever get finished.
Gee, that sounds like too
Well,
much
Art
else
was
to us.
talking about dying and everything last night.
Dorcas didn't seem to have hopes that anything good would come from remodeling the playroom over there.
I wonder what they're doing tonight.
I'll go to bed early.
Probably.
Probably think, probably Art is happy as a lark, because this will be 1 year he doesn't have to stay up late for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you never liked that? And clean up the big mess the next day. Well, I don't think Art was too happy about it last year. He was pretty grumpy last year. But he was nice to every once in a while, so I really couldn't say for sure. I know he didn't feel well.
What's wrong with him?
Well, I'm saying he's got kind of a rupture in the upper part of his stomach. And I don't know if he has heart trouble or if it's just that, but it's kind of a combination. Anyway, Art has been sick off and on this year as well as last year. The Dorcas always wants to have a party. I think she's the one who's in.
And she said, why hasn't Sharon gone to see Marilyn?
That's right, Sharon.
Yeah, why
How
don't
come
you
you
go see Art?
haven't?
That was about the tone of voice she used too.
Yeah.
And when Mary's Island said something about having gone back east, she said, how come you didn't go and see Marilyn? She was,
She's got something kind of like a chip on her shoulder about it, I guess.
I wouldn't blame her.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I told you you hadn't been feeling well for the last few months, Sharon. So,
but now, since you're all better, you say, you better get over there.
now since you feel good, you better go see Meryl.
Yeah, the pressure's on, Sharon. You better get going.
By the way, thank you for the, that lovely card with the picture on of Ronnie and Michael. That goes for me and Jean, too.
So
Yeah, that's
cute
cute.
on that.
Yeah, and there was something else. Oh, yeah, Louis brought over some Christmas money for Ronnie and Michael. And we're going to send that off. And what else?
Thank you for the hat, Sharon. This is from Kay.
Yeah, thank you for the hat. I've worn the hat you gave me, Sharon, and it's really nice. And that shirt looks real good on Irvin. He likes it too, and that's unusual.
Yeah, I've worn that shirt too every time. I've worn it enough so I had to wash it the day when I went to the laundromat. Or Janet insisted I wash it the day when we went to the laundromat.
Yeah, Ray loved his cherry chocolates. He ate them all before he went to bed the night he got them.
I took them home and ate them all the first time in bed.
Of course, we helped him a little.
Yeah. And I've been wearing my slippers really back and forth.
And that hat you gave me, Sharon, just warmed me up all over.
You wore that to work today, didn't you?
Sure did. Darling, how can it warm you up all over?
It does.
Yeah,
He
thanks for my
loves
blue shirt too,
cold
Sharon.
and on any pair of eyes.
Yeah, that's my blue eyes.
And then he's got some blue socks to match it too.
Yeah, right. I got a pretty new blue suit and a pretty new gold suit.
Well, you're gonna be pretty flashy.
Oh, gee, yeah, with 2 new suits. Pretty blue.
I gave him a tie and a pair of socks that would go with the gold suit
Yeah.
for Christmas.
You know, a week back, me and Jack have to go out in town.
I got him.
You know, the night spots by ourselves.
Yeah, I was just
Boy.
thinking.
Yeah, remember when you used to go see Wayne Newton all the time?
Yeah, Fremont.
Well, it was cheap.
God,
It was cheap to see the guy.
Now you gotta pay a whole bunch of money.
Me and Jack, and who else was it? Joe?
I guess.
And then one night when they opened up, they 8 o'clock.
Rotten old Joe.
And 5 o'clock the next morning, we're still there, and then we closed it down. Oh, boy. What
You
a-
were there, stayed there till 5 o'clock in the morning?
We first seen the
Just to
first,
watch Wayne Newton?
no, we seen the first show that come on. Well, there's 3 or 4 acts.
Oh, yeah.
And we seen the first show come on, and we seen the last show walk. And we're still sitting there. Oh, boy. And the Jets, we saw the Jets. They're good. Kay saw the Jets one time, remember?
Yeah,
They're good.
that was really funny.
Yeah, I wish Jack was that guy again when we got to Fremont.
I bet he wishes he was here too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that was fun.
Everybody's getting so tired you won't be able to laugh till
Say,
midnight.
did we tell Sharon and Jack that Ted had done a good job on Westa this year? Made up around
Oh,
eight.
delicious.
The day that we came, well, we pulled into the yard here, and Ted came running out of the garage wearing an apron and a 6-shooter.
Yeah.
He was working away at the left
And a
side.
few other things. He was wearing a few other things besides an apron and a 6-shooter.
Yeah. He had a shirt and pants on, so.
Yeah.
And a belt. And he was all set to make love.
And he got Irv to help him.
So I got stuck turning the things, and Ted rolling them out. 10 pounds of potatoes, and 10 pounds of flour and 15 of potatoes, I guess. And I don't know how much other stuff.
Now that you've got experience, you can help me.
We came up with 80 lefses anyway, and
And by some miracle, we got all the cleaning done. Janet helped me, and we got all that done. We got everything ready, and we had a real New Year's Eve party.
Christmas Eve party. We're having a real New Year's Eve party tonight.
Yeah,
There's
that's
so many
sweet.
parties lately.
Really
I'm all
groovy.
party now.
Yeah, Food
That was
City
true.
had a Food City had a Christmas party
Yeah.
a week ago Monday night that Gene and I went to. And we had a real good time there.
Yeah,
The
and that's,
place, and the place where I worked had a Christmas party too. We had a, well, first they had a happy hour where you had to go, where you went and bought.
We're happy. We
Well,
also
Irv
got
and I
happy.
were broke, so we didn't go to the happy hour.
Why did you have to have money to go to the happy hour?
Because they charged you for your drink.
Oh, they weren't giving it.
no, they weren't. They had been, we'd have been there.
That's the nice thing about our party. All the drinks were free.
Anyway, but then they had a free dinner, which of course, we went to that.
You had a choice of ham or chicken or
Barbecue
beef.
ham, or barbecue chicken, or barbecue beef, and Herb was made me so embarrassed. He went back for about 4 helpings.
I did. Well, no, I took a total of 4. I went back 3 times.
And I was so embarrassed. He was the only one. Finally, my boss went back with the last time he went, I think just so that Herb wouldn't look so conspicuous.
Well, Herb was probably hungry.
Well, you just
He acted like he'd been starved for a month.
Well.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's just the way he acted.
Or maybe that's his silent protest against the instant breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt it. He just made a hog of himself.
Well, so he enjoyed it. I bet it was a
He just wanted to get the most for nothing that he could.
Well,
Sounds
thanks
like
for
Daddy.
Now look at this, at the mention of chicken and turkey and ham and all that. There's Susan in the kitchen. Oh! I was just carving up the chicken.
Oh, no, that. Hey, Dee, I'm getting a good with the liver.
Who's trying to get
Yeah,
that,
I know you're
Susan?
not going to eat all the liver. I'm sorry.
You already did.
Well,
Yeah.
there goes all the livers.
Oh, I have one liver.
Let her have all the tails and.
I like tail. I like a little tail. I like a little tail.
Oh,
Off the chicken.
How
Off the chicken. Okay. Well, didn't hear that though.
did you tell them how we had oyster stew tonight?
Yeah, boy, those are.
I think you should tell Sharon and tell her all that stuff we've been eating tonight.
No, I better not.
Like a quart of oysters and a gallon of milk and half pound of butter mixed together and heat it up.
Boy,
Oyster stew, made by Janet Murray.
Yeah, of course, before we got a chance to cook any oysters, Ted had to come out and inspect and try
He
a few of
said he's
them raw.
really sick. And he said, I'm going to eat a raw oyster if it's the last thing I do. So he sat down and ate about 20. Oh,
yeah.
and he even found a real tiny pearl in one of them.
So we now know for sure that Ted chooses oysters well.
yeah.
And then we brought over potato chips, and I made 2 kinds of tidbits, and 7-Up and stuff to eat.
And we're all too full to take part of it.
And I roasted 2 chickens with dressing and potatoes all around it, and everybody's been too full so far except for Susan's. She got inspired by. She got her second wind. She's got her second wind. She's going after. But she had 2 pieces of pizza before she came home. She did. Good grief.
I didn't have a lunch.
Good grief, Charlie Brown. On top of all the hors d'oeuvres and the oyster stew and the cheese and the toast and the 7-Up, the bubble up, the 7-Up and beer, then the beer and the bubble up. Didn't you have some wine?
And chicken.
Uh-huh. And here you're going after roast chicken and dressing.
Well,
Don't get too enthused, I might put it back.
I
Not
got it.
after you've been chewing on it.
Well, choose the best part and then put it back.
Yeah. Bones I baked the Christmas cookies finally today on New Year's Eve day too. They would be good to have right now.
yeah, and boy, I sure ate my fill of them.
Yeah, we got back from doing the laundry. We were really hungry, and boy, Herb and I both ate a lot of cookies.
Drank a couple pots of coffee.
No, you're welcome to cookies, but you're gonna have to clear off the table to make room for them. Oh, I don't want any. I want to dip into the.
Were you guys telling about the cheese?
So,
Oh yeah, we sent cheese to Sharon and Jack too.
Did you?
We sent box of cheeses to
Oh,
Sharon and
yeah.
Jack, just like the one we gave to Mama.
Yeah.
We gave the second one to Mama and Daddy because we figured everybody would be here to help them eat it up.
Yeah, which they are doing.
But anyway, the ones we gave Sharon and Jack are just like the ones we gave to Mama. Plus, of course, Sharon and Jack got the gingerbread house, and I'm
Yeah.
wondering how that
Well,
works.
didn't she send us something
Oh,
on
yes.
the phone?
Oh,
Send us.
yeah. Well, we sent a gingerbread house just like that to the kids in Minnesota, too. And they were eating it. So I hope maybe Sharon and Jack finally decided to eat
Yeah.
theirs, too.
No, I would hope so. You don't just leave food sitting around to look at.
Oh.
Well, if you have some cracked roofs or chimneys or windows or something, you can always paste it together with some more icing.
Well, Earth's mother said, of course, the gingerbread house was mainly for the kids, but I guess everybody there was eating it.
Yeah.
And she said it was really a good sort of chewy molasses type of cookie.
It wasn't old or margarine.
That would better not be a part of the price we charged.
Yeah.
Oh, did you tell about Cindy coming down to Las Vegas and then over to Albuquerque to fly up to Las Vegas and
Well, Madison Irvin got a new car. up there in Reno.
New Pontiac, of course.
Yeah.
What is it, a Bonneville or?
So then,
Yeah.
when whenever we went up to get the car, while
Or
Lois
New
and Ralph invited Vassar to come up for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so we went back up there.
Susan.
They went back up there for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and when they came back, Cindy came with them. And flew on over to Las Vegas, New Mexico to visit her girlfriends for a week. I guess Ralph was doing real well up there now because Cindy said he gave her so much money to spend that she was just shocked.
She says, gee, I guess my dad thinks he's getting rich or something.
She says, oh, Dad, she says, you shouldn't have done that. She says, I can't spend all that. Oh, that's all right, he said. If you don't spend it, you can keep it.
Boy, oh boy.
So she thinks maybe she'll get a new sewing machine.
She's very happy. She's been lonesome up in Reno, so she was very happy to think of getting back and visiting her old girlfriends.
Yeah, she was just hoping they weren't gonna have a slumber party that first night, but.
Yeah. When was she supposed to come back?
It's due back on Saturday, isn't it? Or Friday.
Friday or Saturday, she'll be coming back here.
Spend Christmas, New Year's, both later than them.
Won't she have to fly from here up to Reno then?
Yeah, she'll be flying Airways. She's got 3 hours out at the airport there, I guess.
Oh.
Between flights. Something like that. It's not too long.
Well, Susan, maybe you'll get a chance to see her anyhow. Susan was out gadding around with Judy Eagletop chasing the ambulance drivers.
Yeah.
So she didn't get to see Cindy.
Were they Mercy drivers?
Judy has made friends. When Judy was in an accident a year ago, you know, she made friends with a couple of
I
the
didn't know
ambulance
Judy
drivers.
was in an accident.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Really? What happened?
Fractured ankle and then had to have
Oh, that was a
operation.
couple of years ago now.
Last year.
No. Now see, you never tell me anything. I
Oh,
certainly did.
you knew about it.
I
for
know,
now,
I
girl.
never
Just
knew
forgot
about it.
I
it.
guess you did forgot.
Well, I might have it. It's not that bad. Anyway, what happened to her?
Mental block.
She had a
Well,
real
that's
bad,
what it
she had a real bad fracture in the ankle from that accident, and it had to be operated on.
What accident?
She had a car accident.
With a bus. With a bus. Well, what happened? She went into it or it ran into her?
She was a passenger in a car with some friends of theirs over there. And, we were sitting in the back seat. We didn't even see when the bus hit. It was over there off, Paradise Road and, was it Tropicana or Flamingo?
I'm not sure.
Up by the university anyway.
Yeah, and the bus was at fault. And it hit their car and they were all hurt pretty darn bad, in fact.
What?
Judy was with some friends, and this one friend of hers and his mother, and then a couple of her girlfriends. And they that accident.
Yeah.
So she just hurt her ankle? Her ankle was broken?
It knocked her off, and her ankle was broken.
But the way she
Now
acts
she
now.
had to nurse the ambulance.
Oh, it's healed up beautifully, but it took quite a long time.
It took a long time, but it took me a while.
You guys never told us about that.
I'm sure. I'm positive that I've never heard about
I bet Sharon didn't hear about it either.
Bet you didn't know.
it. Yeah.
You all heard about it now.
She didn't know before, she doesn't.
Tell me the Phoenix, Susan.
Well, it's just about 2 years ago, I guess it is a year ago.
Yeah. Oh,
About this time of year, I thought it was around Thanksgiving time. Anyhow. Judy wore a cast there for quite a little while on her leg after the operation. And she enjoyed the attention. She went to work and everybody was so nice to her that she really missed the cast after finally.
After she got the cast off, they started giving her all the work back again. She was like,
after she had the cast off, she was the cast off.
She got spoiled there. Everybody was waiting on her as a kid to be able to cast off. Well, she was joking about it
Anywho,
herself.
she made friends with the Mercy ambulance guys.
Yeah.
She had a couple other girlfriends that did the same thing.
So now they go out and they play tag. One of these days they'll get one who isn't quite so nice, probably. Hope not.
Trenery was over to Paul the other day. I was out shopping, and Janet was home. Janet, did you start to tell Sharon about Mary Trenery?
Mary Trenery has 4 kids now, and they're all under the age of 5. And the latest one was born the 1st of December, a little girl. So she has 2 girls and 2 boys. Of course, the first one was a girl. So that means the middle 2 boys. So, but she just, but anyway, she, naturally didn't have much to say.
How could that be?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she talked a lot, but didn't say too much. Well, she, I guess, just meant stay home. Well, I don't know if she stayed home, but she's supposedly taking care of her 4 kids. And
Gonna have to.
whenever she talked about the kids, she'd say, well, now we have 8. And of course, she meant her husband's first 4. In addition to their.
She's not taking care of those persons.
No, but she said, well,
She's got the gall to make it sound like she is.
yeah, she does.
Well, she's, oh.
And she says, oh, well, of course, the first 4, they stayed at Moraine over in California.
Their mother.
Yeah, their own mother. And she says, but we're supposed to have this twice a year.
Twice a year too much.
That's all it takes to take.
Yeah. Right.
So, anyway, she's got the same shape as she always did, and everything.
Still wears her hair pinned back tight.
Yeah, she said she was going to the beauty shop when she left here, but
Oh,
More
man, I'm
beauty.
getting gay.
Any one of the 4 kids doesn't have time to go to the beauty shop.
she had a babysitter. She said she had her other 3 with a babysitter. She just had to do the baby with her. She said, oh, she wouldn't bring all of them on here. Oh, Muriel, she didn't say old Muriel. She said Muriel would have a fit.
Well, I didn't do all the other times since you're gone.
Did she bring all 4 of them?
Yeah, she brought all 4 of the first 4. Were there the last time she was
Oh,
Jamie.
What were they like?
Oh, they were very nice, well-behaved kids. She kept yelling at them, but they were nice.
I always thought when she said she left her, this is kind of nasty to say. When she said she left her others with a babysitter, I kind of thought, well, don't you feel a little bit uneasy about leaving the babysitter?
Well, did you have any message for Sharon when she was here?
Oh, just said I wanted Sharon to write to her, and
Hint.
and Sharon should write to me first, though.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of getting going on here.
Joe,
Of course, I'll have to write myself.
Yeah.
And I got to admit, I probably wrote Sharon a letter, too.
Yeah, and I know I owe her one.
Say the profession.
Oh, well, good for you. Take care of everything.
You know who that call right
Morning, girls.
that was just talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, her. I was just, and then that stopped me cold. I was just gonna ask you when did you last write a letter, and then I remembered when you did.
Yeah, you people owe us at least 2 or 3 letters.
Yeah, I'll have to write it too, cause you guys don't have it there before.
This visit here makes up for 2 or 3 letters, believe me.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think I convinced Janet yet.
I was so darn busy though before Christmas, and I knew you were coming, so I just was thankful that you were, and that, because I sure didn't have time to know.
Well, we certainly didn't know whether we were left or not. Never answered or anything when
Oh,
we
yeah. Don't you remember we talked together at Thanksgiving time?
Sure.
What's the matter with you?
Well, we didn't know for sure we were coming.
Besides, I think I wrote to you too. Yes, I did.
Go and check
Your
your letter.
mother wrote something that was past it.
Yeah, there was, one little note.
No.
I better get more credit than that, 'cause I never write just a little note. Unfortunately, I could write a heck of a lot more letters if I could limit myself to one little note.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see, now we should catch her up with some news about Lorraine, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
All the Williams and their husbands, Donna and Eddie and Lorraine minus Whitey. Lorraine is scared to get a divorce. She's already getting it. And Frank and Esther, and I guess they all got together to finance the party. And of course I couldn't go because, as usual, Susan was working late, and your dad sat like a lump of lava and refused to go. By the time I got Susan home from work, it was too late, and she was too tired, and I wasn't going to go alone. So Kate and Jean went, and they're the brave souls. They both worked that day too, but they went anyhow.
We had a good time too.
Well, not
Hey, did you hear anything about Beverly? Used to be Crashville?
Yeah, we got married her at Christmas.
She got married.
Yeah, no, but have you heard anything about?
Just a nice little note on our Christmas card.
Well, what did she say?
I remember.
I didn't get any card from her. Because I didn't send her a money invested either.
I didn't either.
I
you know, I
should've
really
too,
feel
'cause
bad about it.
We didn't even send her a card, we went and bought one, and Janet stuck it over way behind some other stuff and never got around to sending it.
Well, her new address now in Pomona, the same as her folks, so they must be living very close to her folks visit.
Oh, well. The card didn't go to waste, they had a cousin get married earlier. Sent her and sent it to them.
Oh, how about Kay and Jean telling you about the party, Frank and Esther's party?
Yeah, tell them about it, Kate.
What didn't you tell about it?
Tell them about the party, Kate.
Hi, my
How
voice
many
is
people were there?
rough. I can't talk all that good.
Who was that party?
I don't know, Frank and Esther and
Donna and Eddie.
Donna and Eddie.
Mabel and
Wayne,
John
yeah.
Gillingham.
And there's some other people there. Wasn't there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Leanne and her friend, her girlfriend that she
Leanne
shares
have
an
a
apartment
boyfriend?
with. I guess so. I don't
Guess
know.
so. She was just by herself.
She shares an apartment with a couple of other girls.
Where's her apartment?
I don't know.
What does she will do?
Oh, yeah, she's a telephone operator. That's a telephone company.
Now, I thought that was it, and the last time I said that, you said, oh, no, that's not
Who
something,
said
that's
that?
Donna. I think
Who
that
said
was you.
that? No.
I knew that.
Donna's a PBX operator at the International
That's right,
Hotel.
but Leanne is.
That's all I would
Donna
say.
is working with a little girl. Oh,
Yeah.
but Leanne is also a telephone operator now. She's finally got out of the Kentucky kitchen.
Yeah. She works at a telephone company.
Oh, it's a little different anyway.
And she's looking real good too, I might add. She had her teeth fixed.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And she looks real good. And the other girls look real good too.
Well, they ought to have some boyfriends around then.
Probably do. I'll bet you.
Well, the other girls I met were Lorraine and Donna.
Oh,
We thought you meant.
Donna and Eddie's little girl. About a year old.
Oh, about a year. Over a year old.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
real cute too. 14 months old.
What does she look like? I've never seen her.
Oh, you see the picture of that, right? You see the
Looks more
picture?
like Eddie.
I think she looks a lot like Donna.
Yeah, looks a lot like Eddie.
There's a distinct resemblance.
It was probably
That little
50-50 there,
face.
right?
There's a mingling of traits there.
Yeah.
She's small, which is Donna is not. In that respect, she's not like
Yeah.
Heidi. Didn't you say that Donna and Eddie were going to buy a house?
They're gonna have one built.
Yeah, it takes money. When we have
Donnie's working. Oh, they can't get that much. Well, did you forget, they're living in that house?
They've been living rent free, haven't they?
Well, Eddie's been making the house payments on that place. But it's not gonna be too long now before the house will be all paid off.
Oh.
Only they're getting fed up because his dad criticizes them supposedly about how they fix up the house, or if they do anything to it, he doesn't like it, or something like that. So they got tired of it. They decided instead of paying up that house, they'd save up their money and have one built somewhere. That got
So
hard.
did you see what the rate of interest going up to?
Yeah, it's going up to what, 8.5% for FHA and VA loans, folks?
No, FHA is going up to 9%.
Is it?
Yeah,
At VA 8.5%?
8.5.
Yeah.
Say we got another Christmas postcard from Tito Rodriguez and Sharon too, and I think that, he have 4 children now?
Yes, it's 4, I counted.
Yeah, and
They're
such
pretty
pretty little kids.
Yeah.
And we got Bonnie's wedding picture too for Christmas.
Well, she's a beauty.
Long account of her wedding.
I get up here when I
I
have
should have been in the Christmas, you should have come across that in the Christmas cards, Janet, when you were putting up the cards.
Yeah, I did.
That clipping.
But I didn't read it.
What'd you do with it? In the envelope. I wanted your kids to read the clipping one.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Well, we're going to eat again.
Yep.
Potato chips, Fritos, a couple kinds of dip, and a glass of beer.
Nice cold beer.
First Susan and then Herb, and maybe after a while the rest of us will have room for something more too.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little on the
I'm starting to
skinny
get
side, Jack.
comfortable.
I'm getting too skinny, Jack. I'm going to eat more.
That oyster stew really filled me up.
It wasn't the stew that filled me up, it was the oysters.
Ooh, gee.
I can still feel that one I had going
Can
down.
you kind of jump around down there?
It's the memory. Slithering down.
I had 4 of them. They were good.
Slither very easy
Good.
either.
Kay had a little hard time getting them.
Mine slithered down real good. I must have.
Did you see this cover they gave Mom? Very fun.
Telephone too.
Oh, here's who's
Yeah.
telephone too.
That is very fun. Issue.
Ooh, somebody walked
right on my food. I'm sorry.
Somebody's glass jar was up on it too. It was up. And yours?
I bet you have on the way.
Oh,
Happy New Year, Grandma.
oh, Grandma.
Oh, how much grandma called?
Grandma's calling. Well, I guess I better turn this tape over. A little bit closer to
You
the
didn't
end.
know it one whole time?
Yeah.